I made a post on 3 layers of behavioral changes on Facebook, and I asked people if they want more explanation on it, and then a lot of people actually indicated that they want like a thorough explanation on the topic. So I decided to just make a video on it explaining what the 3 layers of behavioral changes are about, and how you can actually implement it when you're trying to change a bad behavior or start to make a very good behavior. The 3 layers of behavioral changes were extracted from Atomic Habits by James Clear. So started from this. So I'll be explaining each layers, and then I will talk about how you can actually make use of them, and then the wrong implementation of these 3 layers of the behavioral changes and how you can actually go around it. First layer of behavioral change is the layer of outcome. Now what this layer is about is just the goals, like what you set to actually achieve. Like after doing this, what do you expect to be your reward? What do you expect to get after you've done this? What do you expect? Like it's more like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like you want to, okay, I want to have a very fit body, I want to be very good at public speaking, I want to be able to speak anywhere. Those are goals. So that's the first layer, that's the layer of outcome. And you shouldn't dwell too much on this particular layer, because if you just focus on the goal alone and you're not doing anything to achieve the goal, you basically still be in the same position all through. Now the second layer is the layer of the process. Now what this layer is all about is the systems, the habits that will allow you to actually achieve the goal. Now for example, you want to keep fit. What you need to do is probably you should be going to the gym 3 times in a week. If you're trying to achieve an academic excellence, okay, you make sure that you are reading at least for probably 6 hours every day. Those reading for 6 hours every day, going to the gym 3 times a week, those are the systems. They are more like the process that will allow you to actually achieve the goal. And more energy to actually be put into this. More energy, let's say like 50% of the energy to actually be put into this. Now the next layer, the third layer is the layer of identity. Now what this is about is your beliefs, the way you see some certain subject matter, like the way someone that is fit, the way they see junk food is quite different from the way someone that is not fit, that is probably obese, see junk food. So that's what I mean by your identity. Like changing your belief. You've not attained that level of actually keeping fit yet, but then changing the way you actually see like yourself allows you to actually be able to follow through with the process. That's one issue most people have when they're trying to develop a very good behavior or trying to turn off a very bad one. The way you see yourself, you still see yourself. For example, in the book, they made mention of the fact that someone is trying to like quit smoking. Like you have 2 people trying to quit smoking. Both of them were offered smoke. One of them said, "Oh, sorry, I'm trying to quit smoking." Now, the person that said, "I'm trying to quit smoking," still believes that they are still a smoker, or that he is still a smoker. While the other person was offered cigarettes, and the person said, "No, I don't smoke anymore." That tone actually shows that the person is already changed, even though the person is still in the same caliber as the other person that is trying to change. But then the way the other person sees himself allows him to actually be able to actually quit the smoking, because he believes that the smoke or the cigarette has nothing on him anymore. So that's more about the layer of your identity, the way you see yourself. If you see yourself as someone that is fit, what are the things that someone that is fit have to do? Or you have to stay away from junk food. Someone that is fit tend to turn away from junk food. They will tell you, "Oh, if you eat junk food, is you do this to you, do this." Those are the beliefs. That's more of a part of the identity. Now, how can you now make use of all this to actually form a good habit or break a bad habit? Now, there are 2 directions you can actually follow. Now, in this layer of behavioral changes, now it forms a circle. Now, in the outer circle, you have the layer of outcome. In the middle circle, you have the layer of process. Now, in the innermost circle, you have the layer of the identity. Now, most people, when they're trying to make a good habit or try to break a good one, always tend to focus on the goal. Then from the goal, they focus on the process. Now, if you focus on the goal, first before you move to the process. Now, don't forget that, let's say you are trying to break a bad habit. Now, you are already something before. Now, and that thing is still stuck with you. So the way you, some of this process that you're trying to, that you require to actually achieve that goal, some of those processes will look either boring or too tiring to you. So you tend to, after like 5 days or 4 days, 5 days, okay, after like 2 days or probably 3 days, you stop that process because you see it's not even showing any result because you are focused on the outcome. Now, if instead you focus on the identity first, you are moving from the innermost layer to the outer layer. You focus on the identity, you change some of your beliefs. Okay, I shouldn't eat junk because junk is bad for my health. I shouldn't spend too much time watching TV. I shouldn't spend much time on this because it makes me less productive during the day, and this is why. Now you are changing your identity, the way you see those things. So if you set out to the layer of process and you are trying to change, and you start implementing systems or habits to actually achieve the goal, which is the last layer that you are focusing on, it will be way easier for you because now the way you see junks already is quite different. You see junks as something that is bad. So even if you are presented with the junk food, you will most likely just say no, it is bad, because it's something that does not match the kind of person that I am. It does not match my identity. So if you're trying to change your behavior, focus more on changing your identity. Then from your identity, then put in those, then focus on the systems and the habits, which is the layer of process. You will automatically achieve your goals. Now, that's an example. So if you find this very helpful, hit the like button. If you know anyone that this thing will definitely be helpful to them, kindly share with them. So see you guys in my next video.